Right now on Up with KREM, the surging Delta variant is bringing familiar changes back to Washington. Governor Jay Inslee is recommending everyone, including vaccinated people, mask up in crowded indoor places.
Masks will be required again for in-person students and teachers at all Spokane public schools. We're talking reactions from parents and students.
The FBI is now involved in day 3 of the search for this man, accused of shooting his wife and stepdaughter in Airway Heights. Investigators are asking for tips that will lead to an arrest.
Heat advisory goes into effect at 11 a.m. today and lasts through Saturday for temperatures once again approaching dangerous highs. I'll let you know how long this sticks around and what finally gets this heat to move out.
Up with KREM starts right now.
Well, hey there, good morning. Thanks so much for watching Up with KREM. Glad to have you here with us. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Jeremy Legoo. The countdown is on. In just about 30 minutes, I'm going to tell you what I've been reading about here in the Inlander. Wait, am I supposed to not have openness yet?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's restaurant week, of course, and you'll only see this here first on Up with KREM. We'll reveal it and the list right here in at 6:30. So that's coming up here very soon.
Just a half an hour. I can finally tell people what we've been reading.
Yeah. No secrets yet, okay?
No
Keep it to yourself.
No secrets yet, but yeah, this page really good. Page 24 is the one you want.
Ooh,
so
okay.
knows.
I'm marking all the deals I want to go check out. Yeah. Okay, and not a secret though, Jeremy's been talking about the hot weather, so give us the lowdown.
All right, lowdown is this morning kind of kicks off that change in the weather pattern. Yesterday morning we had a little bit of cloud cover, some mild temperatures this morning. We're mild once again, temps in the mid-60s here in Spokane. Currently sitting at 65 degrees, and this is about as cold as we will be early on this morning. But temperatures are on the rise, and you can expect a warm one across the region later on today. But right now we have good air quality in most locations, so with temperatures hanging out in the 60s and 50s, depending on where you are, now's a great time to open the window, get the fans going, create that cross breeze, and blow in some of that colder air early on this morning because you're going to want it later on today. Heat advisories are in place. They go into effect at 11 a.m. for us and last through 8 p.m. on Saturday. High temperatures in the upper 90s, low triple digits, and little relief overnight keeps that heat advisory in place. Here's an example of what you can expect on what is set to be the coolest day of this current heat wave or heat event. Temps in the mid-60s this morning, mid-90s later on this afternoon. Tomorrow we're in the triple digits, staying there on Saturday. Saturday likely the warmest day of this current heat event. And then it all breaks Sunday with the chance of showers. I put showers, it's really sprinkles, but hey, there's an optimist that lives somewhere inside of me, and every once in a while, gotta let him out.
Well, happening now, Governor Jay Inslee announcing new mask guidelines in response to recent changes to the CDC's mask guidance. The state now wants everyone, even those vaccinated, to wear masks indoors. Now, this isn't a mask mandate or state law, but a recommendation. The governor says he's aware that requiring everyone to wear masks again might put off those who still haven't received a COVID vaccine.
We're mindful of that some people got vaccinated because they didn't want to wear a mask. We want to, to the extent we can, honor that benefit of becoming vaccinated.
The governor added more requirements or vaccine incentives could be coming, including requiring vaccinations for state employees. Well, the governor's announcement comes as the Delta variant of the coronavirus continues to raise concerns across the globe. Some retailers are taking action. Apple reportedly plans to restore their mask mandate in half of their stores in the U.S. beginning today. In a memo given to Bloomberg News, the company made this announcement to staff on Wednesday. They are the first major retailer to change its mask policy since the CDC updated their recommendation. Meanwhile, a major Idaho concert venue will recommend masks but won't require them. The Ford Idaho Center typically brings in anywhere from 350 to 400,000 people a year. The general manager says there has not been any cases linked directly to their arena, even without a mask mandate. They say the decision to mask is best made by each individual. Right now, families are reacting after Governor Inslee's announcement about mask requirements in schools. Nicole Hernandez is live from Ferris High School this morning, where masks will be required this fall. Good morning, Nicole. Tell us, what is Spokane Public Schools saying about this requirement?
Yeah, Tim, so lots of mixed reactions from parents and students at Spokane Public School District here after this announcement. Of course, after all of the online classes and hybrid schedules that we were dealing with last year, parents were really excited and students were really excited to get back into that in-person learning. But unfortunately, masks will be a part of that this upcoming fall. Now, the reason for that is the highly contagious and more spreading Delta variant that is causing us to fall back into some of these mask recommendations in indoor spaces. So this fall, masks will be required in schools across Washington State, including here at Spokane Public Schools.
I would be in person. I'm feeling happy about doing 4th grade. I don't like wearing them because they're hot and sweaty.
Now, parents were more split than the kids in their responses. Some say that the kids are missing out on their psychosocial element of interacting with their friends and teachers, but others say that it's a small price to pay for their safety.
Anything we can do, anything our children can do so we can keep going about daily lives, if all we got to do is just wear a mask to help the spread, I'm totally for it.
It makes me feel safe. It helps other people so it doesn't go into your body.
Now, other Department of Health guidelines include schools should maintain at least 3 feet of physical distance between students. They must have good ventilation, disinfecting and hygiene procedures, and anyone with symptoms of COVID-19 should, of course, stay home and seek medical attention. And we'll, of course, be following this story as potentially more places start requiring masks with Jay Inslee's announcement here. So we'll make sure to follow that and bring you information as soon as we have it. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Breaking news, the FBI is now joining the search for an armed and dangerous suspect in a domestic violence shooting. On your screen now is 38-year-old Zion J. Carter. He's 6'7" and 250 pounds. He is suspected of shooting his wife and stepdaughter in their home in Airway Heights. Both victims are expected to recover from their injuries. Police believe he's driving a silver 2018 Nissan Rogue. The license plate number is there on your screen. If you see him, police say to call 911 immediately. Time for your morning rush now. More news in less time. Another resident at the Spokane Veterans Home tested positive for the coronavirus. It was discovered during a weekly test of residents and staff and is in addition to 2 staff members who tested positive last week. The resident who tested positive was transferred to the VA Medical Center. The Veterans Home will continue to test every resident every week until 14 days have passed without a single positive result. We are less than a week away from Spokane's primary election, and there are a handful of races up for a vote, including 2 city council positions, 2 SPS board positions, and Spokane Valley City Council positions. Ballots should have been mailed to you last week, and if you didn't get one, you need to request a registration form. The latest ballots can be dropped off is 8 p.m. this upcoming Tuesday, and as a reminder, here in Washington, you can register in person and vote on the same day. Mail-in ballots must be postmarked by 8 p.m. Election Day. The new president of the Mariners is now the highest-ranking woman of any team in Major League Baseball.
When I look at diversity, equity, and inclusion, I'm looking at it through the lens of business. It is good business to surround yourself with people who look and think differently than you do.
Griggs replaced longtime and disgraced former Mariners exec Kevin Mather. Mariners owner John Stanton says Griggs' hire ends their 6-month search. He says the search committee valued bringing in a voice who could change the existing franchise culture. Well, today is the NBA draft, and it's a historic one for Gonzaga. The Zags could have a record number of players selected today. The Bulldogs have never had more than 2 players selected in the same draft. Today, they could see 4 if you count Philip Petrusev. Where they get sent is anyone's guess. Really, the only player who seems to be an easy guess is Jalen Suggs. Virtually everyone has him going to Toronto. And that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. A local nonprofit is taking root in East Central to help youth in the area.
I see that my people, they need some motivation.
In our next half hour of Up with KREM, we'll tell you about their free community classes and more.
And we're going to take you outside and talk temperatures on the rise in the coming days. We're in the mid to upper 90s today, triple digits tomorrow, and even warmer on Saturday. We have the potential to set some pretty significant records over the course of the next few days. And as we close out the month of July, this one likely goes down as the warmest we have ever seen here in Spokane. That follows the warmest June on record for the United States. Temperatures are on the rise. I've got all the details coming up and what you need to know as a heat advisory goes into effect at 11 a.m. today.